This is Mike with Mikes.News. Say it ain't so, Joe.
How are we going to pay for it?
How are we going to pay for it, asked Joe Biden. That is, medical insurance for all. Joe, what you are really asking is, how are you going to get the lockstep Republicans to vote for it? Here's the answer, Joe. Look backward, angels, to the Revenue Acts of 1935 and 1937. They raised tax on higher incomes. It was a progressive tax that took up to 75% of the very highest incomes. It was signed into law by President Franklin D. Roosevelt over strong opposition from business, from the rich, and from conservatives in both parties. Thank God that FDR was a traitor to his class. People were afraid of starvation and revolution, afraid of the poorest among us out there on the street begging or selling apples.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
The tax structure stayed in place until the 1980s. Eisenhower could build the interstate highway system, the biggest benefit to the U.S. economy between the Model T and the Internet. It was paid for nominally through new taxes on fuel, vehicles, and tires, but it was doable because Ike still had the 1930s tax structure to fund the government. Now, after the Reagan and Bush tax cuts, we can't even fix the existing roads. There are potholes the size of a basketball in the Ventura Freeway. And the Los Angeles Times reports that the homeless problem is growing out of control. Say it ain't so, Joe. Tell us you're still a Democrat. Tell us you aren't afraid to embrace a Green New Deal, 1 billion solar panels, health care for everyone, and a renaissance of hope in all our hearts. Show you can lead us to it before we have another Great Depression, before the planet becomes uninhabitable and we spiral down to another great extinction. Never mind the depression. Or step out of the way and stop holding up progress. This is Mike with Mikes.News.